we stumbled upon something that shook us to our very core.
As you well know.
And speaking of wind factors, we mentioned before, we'll mention again, that Steve DeBerg has a problem in that he can't be heard calling signals because of an injury to his larynx, and so he's been equipped with a backpack and a microphone. He used it last week all right in San Francisco. If it could get noisy here, something else might happen.
What the hell is that?
Backpack and a microphone.
Oh, you heard that correctly. In 1980, 49ers quarterback Steve DeBerg developed laryngitis and needed help projecting his voice at the line of scrimmage, so the team went ahead and strapped a frickin' loudspeaker to his back so he could call signals through a microphone. Seriously, we became obsessed. How was this possible? How did we not know about this? We needed answers. So the Pick Six Pod called up our pal, CBS sports analyst Randy Cross, who spent 13 seasons as a starting lineman for those 49ers and blocked for that Steve DeBerg back in his boombox days. Yes, he also won a few games with DeBerg's backup from that season, a guy named Joe Montana. But this story isn't about Montana. Randy, talk to us about Steve DeBerg's speaker system.
You go in the training room and they've got those shoulder pads out, putting like an epoxy resin around this speaker that you would have like on the dashboard of your car or something.
Hey, you are wiring this bad boy, and it can't be small, right?
Oh no, he'd get under the center and he'd say the signal, but he'd kind of like push his back like that to get the sound to go to the various sides.
Randy explained that one of the main concerns that week was playing in Shea Stadium against the Jets, where all the noise from the real Jets up above might drown out their quarterback's hoarse voice. And apparently Bill Walsh's football wizardry knows no bounds, because also in that game, the legendary coach used DeBerg's loudspeaker as a gambit to sub in second-year quarterback Joe Montana for some red zone reps.
Maybe DeBerg's battery is run out.
Maybe so. Joe Montana coming on the field.
DeBerg signaled to the sideline that his stereo system was malfunctioning, allowing Walsh to call a picture-perfect bootleg touchdown run for Montana. So maybe the story does involve Joe Montana just a little bit.
Touchdown! 49ers with Montana bootlegging it in.
You know, and the funny thing about that game too is that's one of the first times we get down around the red zone and Bill puts Joe Montana in. It was situational use of a quarterback that I think at that time he wasn't crazy about playing him the whole time, but he knew there was something special about him because he could move so well.
Loudspeaker aside, DeBerg's career, which technically spanned 20 years, is pretty fascinating. He played for 6 franchises and threw for more than 34,000 yards. He's the only quarterback to ever start over 3 future Hall of Famers. His career was thought to be over in 1993 before he was called in to replace another future Hall of Famer, Dan Marino, in Miami. And DeBerg actually started on Thanksgiving in that infamous Leon Lett game. Then 5 years later, a 44-year-old DeBerg became the 3rd oldest quarterback to play in an NFL game, subbing in for the Falcons. A long and accomplished career, but if you ask us, very few NFL achievements can actually match the ingenuity, the audacity of the shoulder pad loudspeaker.
And there was nothing in the rule book, I guess, that said you couldn't do that.
Steve DeBerg, we salute you.